All right, it is something o'clock. 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock.
I think it's 2 o'clock.
We don't know what time it is. This is 2A Thrift Superstore. I always call it 2nd Avenue. You guys always correct me. I'm gonna find a sign that says 2nd Avenue. See 2A Thrift Superstore, that's a new sign. All right, if you think Roger and I, 242, if you think we're wearing the same clothes on a different day, it's the same day, it's just store 2. And this is going to be next Wednesday's video. So glad you guys are with us. Hit that like and subscribe button. All right, let's grab the cart. We're gonna get in the door. Now this is a funny store. Sometimes I come in the door and I say, oh, what is that? And other times you walk around for hours and find nothing. Artwork. Look at this picture down there. Does that belong to somebody? Let's see what's going on. Oh, it's new and it's cheaply made, stapled. We never like seeing a canvas stapled. Not that it's not pretty or unhangable, but that's not what we're looking for. That one isn't bad though. Oh, what? No, we sold ours. What? What's
100.
Get out of here.
And that's not near as nice as the one you have.
All right, we sold ours already. It got something, I don't know, 40 something. I made the price wrong. I sold it on eBay. I thought it was going to do 50% off. I didn't mark it up high enough, but it sold, and I did make good profit. Pick a cart. I'm using your cart today. What do you think of that?
Yep.
I'm not taking a cart. That's going to last 5 minutes. Look at this table and chairs. That is really pretty. You know, if you guys are looking for furniture and you're in the Lancaster area, instead of coming to a thrift store and paying $100, go to an auction. Auction houses get rid of big furniture every time we're there, and it's ridiculous how cheap this stuff goes for, and it's beautiful stuff. So that is my tip for the day. If you're looking for like dining room furniture, hutches, big furniture, you want to go to even Bolt's auction. Bolt's auction is, what town is that? I think it's considered Lancaster. I don't know why I'm telling you all this, but I am. All right, in thrift stores, the furniture that I look for, very high end, which I found in the thrift store before this one, or mid-century modern Danish, of course. You also get a human with a couch. But look at my husband. You see that?
Uh-huh.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
Oh.
He's just laying there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, okay. Are you going to clothing?
I'm going to do the games first.
You're doing games first.
Right.
Sorry, what tag is this? Oh, that's Hanes. Somebody sewed this. Look at that. Somebody's talented. All right. I'm going to be in hard goods. If I get anything, I'll come. No, I'm giving it to you. It's all you this time.
All right.
We're just going to be free as a bird, going up and down the aisles, seeing if we can find anything late in the day. Look at this satin glass bird. Is he signed? He's got weight to him. He doesn't really look that finely done. Like, see the seam from being pressed glass? Well, that's not a good sign. I would think a high-end bird would not have a seam like that. It's all guesses. I don't know. Oh, no. Don't do it. Oh. Let's put him back up. Don't jump. Okay, at least he's leaning back. Chickens, wall plaques that are angels, lots of figurines. I don't see anything especially vintage. It's a metal piece. I still hear new carts coming out, so that is a very good sign. We love fresh inventory. Fresh meat. Just kidding. All right, let's scope out the art scene, shall we? Lots of big artwork and very loud music playing in the store. Again, not complaining, just stating facts. Here's a tile or two. Those are pretty, they look mass-produced. Daffodil. I don't like when the thing has to tell you what it is. Like flour. This is a flour. This is a chicken. No. Don't say it. Oh, these are interesting. Okay. They're meant to look old. Those are interesting, but I don't think they're that old. Yeah, see the shiny brass color of the picture hangers? That's not a good sign. That's not old. I mean, it is older. It's probably vintage. I'm guessing from the 80s. But it's not like it's true antique. This is old. It is like a panoramic. Nope, 3 different pictures. Looks like maybe fields or a golf course. It looks more like fields. An old farm and another old farm. The pictures, the photos are very faded. I put the little dogs howling or singing. It was a little hand-drawn watercolor up for auction yesterday. I listed it and already it has a bid, so very happy about that. I think it has a bid of $30 as we speak. So that is very fun. I'll try to include a screenshot so you guys can see what I'm talking about. All right, I don't see much in artwork. Let's go down the next aisle. Okay, that almost looks like a candle holder. Made in somewhere, India. Is that India? It is. I think this goes this way and it was in a holder. Not sure about that. Oh, this is lovely. Look at the shape on that. $6.99. Pier 1. Good for Pier 1. They did a great job. That is really pretty. I would almost choose this over that because this is more like Victorian. See the grapes? Whenever you see a grapes pattern, that's kind of like Victorian looking. I wouldn't even call it Hollywood Regency. What is this made out of? What does that say? Silver Company, Silver Art. Gottinger. Yeah, I don't think Gottinger ever produced anything really especially all great. Oh, look at these candlesticks. They have a bronze look to them. They're not bronze because they're very light. When you pick up real bronze, it is heavier than you think it's going to be. I need a second one of these. Oh, and it's $6.99. What am I talking about? No, $6.99. That's not good. All right, I do like the candle aisle, the candlesticks. I sell a ton of candlesticks. I think most people that are burning candles in their house are doing like a Yankee candle or a soy candle or something like that. And candlesticks are pretty much just for like decor on bookcases or end tables. Oh, look at these little guys. These are little stubbies. Okay, we have 4 of them. Made in India. Yep. Yeah, I don't think they do anything. They're just kind of like there. They're not pretty or interesting. Bar Harbor, Maine. I almost like that cup. Who made it? Harvey. Harvey. Okay, $6.91. Did he really make that? Or he just painted it? What do you think of Harvey's mug? Is that what that says on the bottom? Harvey?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. I don't think
91.
91. Harvey's old now. I got excited. I thought it was the pottery aisle, but it's not. It's the vase aisle. Tricked me. This is a pine cone pattern. That's new. See how new that is? How contemporary looking. No good age to it. It is heavy. I give them that. And it is a nice pine cone pattern. A couple of companies did that look. But we have Halloween. I have not seen very much Halloween in the stores at all. At all. I think it just sells so quickly. Is this guy contemporary? Oh, the hat is attached to something. Yeah, that looks newer. I don't think that's vintage. I want like a Halloween vintage piece, like something really good. I don't know what that would be, but that's what I want. I'm not very knowledgeable about vintage Halloween, but I feel like if I see it, I would know it. You know, a lot of things come to me that way. I really don't know. I don't. A lot about anything. I can't think of one category. Okay, I can. Clothing. I know a lot about clothing. Other than that, I don't know a lot about anything. I know very little about a lot of things. But I feel like I have a good eye. So once you develop a good eye, it's kind of much easier to figure out when you see something, you need to grab it. Okay, what is this? Oh, this is good. Wood on one side, metal on the other. Very hard to find good metal in my opinion. I like brutalist items. What else do I like? I do like wrought iron, but wrought iron is not a quick seller for me. These are interesting. Newer though. But that's a nice design. I imagine candles went in there. Very French looking. $2.99. That's a lot of work to bend all of that wire. Do I want those? Then I have to hunt for candles or something to put in them, or pots, potted plants. Oh, that would be very cute. But then I'd have to look for the pots that are that size. Okay, so that's not happening. We have a little swan candy dish that has seen better days. Is he metal? He is metal. Look at that, $3.99. Kind of common, I think. All right, let's go up and down the wood aisle. Let's take a peek. All right, so see that? That's a new cart. Let's quickly look while she's putting something away to see if there's anything in there. We have missed most of it. Fontanini. Looks like Fontanini. That's the angel. Who is this? Sorry. Okay, is it a trophy? I don't know what's going on here. I'm gonna have to run and put that back in her cart. Either that or put it on the glass aisle, because that lady is on the move. All right, we have a yoga frog. It's just resin. This wire piece is cool. Won't sell for me very well. All right, where were we before we interrupted ourselves and ran after a cart? There's a butter churn. We've got some buoys. Those look like they were sold in a home store. Do we see anything? Am I passing anything by? All right, we saw one of these the other day in Goodwill Route 30, and I didn't pick it up because it was bent. So I'm not going to pick that one up either. I don't imagine she's worth much, but if I wind up with a Fontanini Nativity and I'm missing the angel, I almost feel like I should collect these pieces. And this one's plastic. All right, let's keep our fingers crossed for small artwork, but I think all of the paintings are going to be with artwork. I don't think they're going to be on the photo frame aisle. So if you see a painting, call it out. Ah, who is this? This is Joan Crawford, upside down. Oh, that's just scary. Poor Joan. She played in some scary movies. Okay, so this happened. We got into the store, I was going up and down the aisles, and then I realized, oh, let me check the new carts. And the new carts are plentiful, so I had to quickly go through them. There are other shoppers here. I'm trying to point my camera down. Look at the amount of inventory. This is all new inventory. Look at this. So cart after cart. This is what I always talk about in Pennsylvania. Besides, the shelves are filled. So I am doing my best just to use my eye and scoop up what I think might be good. Now, it doesn't mean I'm going to buy all of this, but sometimes I have to shop this way. It's not always like this leisurely stroll up and down the aisles. Sometimes it's like a mad dash. So we did get this Nefertiti bust. Now, see the way her face is? It's not very, what do I want to say, detailed. So I don't think this is good. Probably made in India. They want $11.99 for her. Now she is kind of cool, but I'd be much happier if her mouth was more carved, we're going to call it. So I think for that fact, I'm going to put her back. If she was finely done, absolutely. Yes, she's heavy. but she's got half a mouth. You know what I'm saying? Nefertari, how are you talking? All right, so I'm gonna put this back and we will talk about what is going on in here. I saw this bag and it's filled with, I think these are called Harmony Kingdom. Some of them don't. Oh, this one's got a sticker. Yes, Harmony Kingdom. They're little critters. This one seems to maybe be a candle holder. You can see there's a dog, another dog. So this one's dogs, that one's cats over there. But generally, they bring probably $4 to $6. There's a couple of them, all for $6, but not really worth my time. So I'm going to absolutely put these back in. Just stick them back in there. All right, so we have some goats. And talk about these goats. No marking. And I'm not that thrilled with the way that the pupil of the eye is painted, or the eye itself. It seems like maybe it was painted and the paint came off. I think these are vintage. Very good weight in the hand. Really nice. I'm going to say this is probably, it's ceramic, but I don't know if it's porcelain. I'm on the fence about these. I did a Google image search and can't find much. So I have two of them. They're going to stay in the cart till I figure that out. So they can keep each other company. Fontanini. I would pick this up. These are plastic, $3 a piece. There's Mary. So at $3 a piece, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, $24, and they're plastic. So that's no good. What are you finding, honey?
Yeti.
Oh, for our collection, but that's not the shape that we...
No,
Are you selling
nice,
it? That is nice.
$2.99.
It's got the set. Oh, and that's our favorite color. Yeah, Roger and I are using that color presently at home. Look at this. It's so nice, but they made everyone separate.
Oh, wow.
So I'll ask them to bag it and give me one price. They're plastic. So that's crazy. Look at this picture I found. What do you think that's of?
National Biscuit Company.
Yeah.
Just like a, yeah.
Like a grocery store,
Yeah,
right?
they got the scale.
And what year do you think? I'm thinking that's the early 1900s. I'm going to say by this man's outfit, late teens, early 20s, 1920s.
Yeah, I would say probably.
I don't know who would want that. Maybe the National Biscuit Company would want it. How much am I looking right at the price? Okay. I might be crazy enough to take that because I got nothing else to do. All right, and this lamp. It wouldn't be a visit to 2A thrift store without me finding a crazy lamp. I feel like this one's decent quality. It's not really a gooseneck. What kind of lamp do we call that? The stainless steel is really nice. It is heavy. So this is the plug. I don't see a year on it. And then it's got a key turn for this part too. See this? This is like a sawtooth gear here. And the gear opens up. See the gear? Move this finger. See the gear opening up? And then when you screw this back tight, it tightens the gear right where you need that to be. What do we think of that? This is real wood?
Yeah.
I see a little scratch in it. Oh, is that your... Okay, so I do this. Roger does that.
How much is it?
It's on the shade.
$8.99.
I kind of like that.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, all right, so we're going to get that. What do you think of the goats?
Yeah, they're cute.
They're not marked, though. It looks like the eyes are repainted.
Yeah, the eye looked a little...
Yeah, a little wonky, right? The goats might have to go back. And then I found this. Not as old as I would like it to be, but it does have age. What does that say? Made in USA.
Made in Germany.
Oh, even better.
You sure?
Okay.
Yeah, made in Germany.
Made in Germany. We'll go with that. Yep, it's official. And what is there a price on this? Oh dear, no price. I wonder what their policy is for no price.
I have it. Well, I put it back, but she told me to get the price up front.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
And I think this is for pastry. I'm going to say shortbread. Maybe pie crust? No, I think shortbread. Just a guess, but I'm gonna go with this if it's like a couple dollars. All right, so we might have to get the Fontanini people repriced. And if they don't, I'm not taking them because these won't bring much. And the goats might have to go back. I might have to put the goats back in the pen. All right, Roger's got clothing. And I think he's got a shirt down there. I should have brought my own cart. I feel lost without a cart. I always have a cart, so I'm gonna go grab a cart.
Yeah, like 2 Peter Millar. They're priced really well. $4.79.
Those are nice. This one's nice. I like this. The 2 color combination stripe.
Nike Brazil.
Oh, hold that one up. That's nice. Oh, it's brand new. Look at that. Has some issues on the bottom, but
I think that'll come out.
Okay. And that will sell.
Big pony. Ralph Lauren.
Look at that pony. Look how big that is.
$4.29.
Oh, that's nice. That's really nice.
Because a lot of their shirts are high.
Wait, hold up the big pony one again. I just want to see something on that one. The color looks darker here, or is that? Oh no, maybe not. Maybe that's just the lighting. I thought it was darker towards the bottom and it had sun fade. Oh, you got a big number on the sleeve. That's really nice. That's really nice, babe.
$4.29.
Yeah, sold.
Because a lot of their shirts are pretty high.
Are they?
Yeah, like
the pricing for
$12.99.
Really?
Yeah. Just gotta look through them and find the bargain.
Yep. What's the silver cup? Yeah, I was just going for that. What is that? Pirate something?
Pete's.
Oh, I don't know that place. All right. So we'll
drinking mug, right?
Drinking mug. Yeah, for all the big drinking we do. Did you put her back because she only has half a mouth? Did you see that?
I didn't see that. I put her back because it was so heavy.
Yeah. Well, heavy's good, especially on a bookcase, like on a stack of books, she'd be good. But she's not very well done. No. It's like it didn't go all the way into the mold. All right, I think I'm happy with this cart. I'm gonna put these goats back and hopefully get the Fontaninis, get a price. Goodbye, little goats. I don't see that you are marked at all. All right, so here is our adjustable desk lamp. I think it's stainless steel would be my guess, kind of a brushed stainless steel, $8.99 with wood, has the turnkey. When I Google image it, $80.67. These are sold, I believe. Here's one here, Craigslist, offer up. Seems like, you know, because it's IKEA, quite a few of them. Here's one here on eBay. We're going to go into that, visit. Let's see what eBay is saying. They are not saying anything. Let's see if we can go into a search. Put in IKEA desk lamp. All right, so they're not coming up with it, but I don't imagine this is going to sell. That's a similar one there, the Forza. It sold for $29. Now, that's not the wood and silver. Yeah, not seeing any on eBay, which probably means that none sold in the past 90 days. I think we have a 90-day, unless we use Terapeak. If you use Terapeak, then you can find, I think it's 2 or 3 years. All right, so it is only $9, but here's my thinking. It's got a little flaw. And this is going to be a lot of work for me, so it's not worth the profit to me. I could sell it probably in the booth, and that is a thought. But I have no electricity in the booth, so now everybody's going to wonder, does it work? And lamps have been a very slow seller in the booth. So even though I think this is a good pickup, and I could do it on Facebook Marketplace, I'm not going to because I have too much going on. So that is the reason I'm putting it back. If I was just reselling and I wasn't YouTubing, I would probably take that one. All right, more lamps. This is lovely. This looks like IKEA again, modern. You can see by this plastic socket. It almost looks like denim linen. That is very pretty. That's a blue. We usually get some crazy lamps here. Quite a few. Oh, look at these ruffle shades. Wow, that's a real ruffle. Very nice glass. I don't think it's Fenton, but it could be. I don't see any kind of sticker or mark. Look how fancy that is. I have not seen swirl shades. These are definitely vintage. I was hoping they were marked. Those would be all this and that. All right, that is it for lamps. everyone, welcome into the channel. It's Karen Lavender Clothesline. So it is Sunday late afternoon. We just finished Sunday dinner, and you know what that means. That means I am in the basement for the next couple of hours pulling the weekend solds. So these are the eBay solds. If you're new to my channel, I am a full-time eBay reseller. I also sell on Facebook Marketplace Local Pickup, and I also share a vintage booth with my husband Roger, who is a full-time reseller. So this is what the basement underneath my house looks like, underneath our house. And yeah, lots of good stuff. Few empty spaces on the shelves. Sales have been really good. Now tonight we're not going to pull all of it. Always a disclaimer. I probably will pull about 20 items just to give you a feel of what's been selling on eBay. Sales have been really, really good. Very grateful. All right, without further ado, we have the cup of water, extra camera batteries, and the phone to take a look at what's sold. Let's jump right into it. So the print on my phone is very small. No worries. I always put a screenshot on the screen for the item that is in question that we are talking about or searching for. The first one is a vintage hand-woven egg basket. It sold for $32. I believe it's the blonde colored one right here. And I recently picked this up at Prussian Street Arcade. That is a market with different vendors who sell items, and I always do really well there. A lot of people get caught up in just thrifting in thrift stores, but there are so many different places I find items to sell, not only yard sales and estate sales and auction houses and flea markets, but I also go to other people's antique booths, and I also go to different, I'm just going to call them markets. They're kind of like curated markets where different people make things, or they're collecting their own vintage stuff. Sometimes they're a little bit higher priced. I can't remember what I paid for this basket, but it wasn't anywhere near the $32 it sold for, plus shipping. So that is a great thing. Next up, a vintage candle holder, wood and metal, early American, sold for $19.99. I believe it has an eagle on it, and it is back here. I've had this for a while. Let's bring this into the light. It's got like a wood spindle and then an eagle and a place to put the candle up top. $19.99. All right, we're going to skip over the clothing like we normally do, but I will try to do some clothing this time for you. Next up is Brown Bag. That is the brand Brown Bag Cookie British Isle Shortbread Mold Pan. $38. And most likely that is going to be tucked back here on this shelf. These are different specialty dishes. Here it is here. And different fancier things. I have some Limoges back here. Beautiful pieces. And I believe I found this at Goodwill. Don't quote me on that. There is the branding there. You can see Brown Bag 2003 Hill Design. And I do pick these up. They are slower sellers, but they always sell through. So that is a great thing. $38, probably for the upcoming holidays. All right, a blown glass globe, hummingbird nectar feeder. Yeah, I don't even know that I knew that that's what that was. $14. And here are my glass shelves. I see it back here. And I think I wondered for quite a while what this was, but the quality of the glass is just beautiful. Now, I did make note in the listing that it has a small chip along the rim. You guys know I really don't like to pick up chipped items, but this was especially beautiful. So that is that piece there. And the next item is a copper onion garlic flower bulb bud vase. I'm just reading the title to you. $28. I just picked this up. All right, somebody remind me, where did we get this? I am losing track very quickly. I got this at, I'm going to say Goodwill. Goodwill is the #1 thrift store I go to. Although I do go to other thrift stores, I go to independent ones, charitable ones, church-run ones. Goodwill is probably my #1 thrift store because the Goodwills here in Pennsylvania are really good. Next up, the 2 antique Tico pieces are upstairs. My last video was about finding Tico in Goodwill and how well that did. If you didn't see that video, you can take a peek at that. I left those upstairs. I did not bring those vases down here. Anytime I have a higher sale, I always leave the piece upstairs. I don't bring it down. The less you touch it, the better till it gets out the door. I will pack those in a floating box. That's a box surrounded by packing peanuts in another box. That's how I shipped the last piece. The next two items are two knives from the Wussdorf knives I bought. One for $38, that's a meat cleaver, and the other one is a paring knife. They all have numbers, thank goodness. So the paring knife is 4068 and the cleaver is 4680, and I have sold, I think, 3 others from that collection. So I kept them separate here. You've got to be very careful. These babies are sharp. So I'm gonna, this is the, nope, that's the fish boning knife, I believe. So we're gonna put that one to the side. And I'm gonna take this one. Let's see the number on it, if I can see it in this lighting. 4068, it's very tiny. All right, so there is that knife. This one sold for $18, and let's grab the meat cleaver. And after that, I only think I have the 2 left. I have the fish boning knife and the serrated knife. These knives did very well. And if you didn't see that video, you can take a look at that one. It was a Goodwill shopping day, and I found a bunch of knives on a shelf. Yep, so here is the meat cleaver, and I think I said that sold for $38. Next up, okay, clothing. 3 items bought by 1 buyer. A vintage Royal Dew dancing couple, a vintage crystal sterling silver salt and pepper shaker, and a vintage cedar jewel keepsake box. Do we see the common theme here? More and more I'm selling vintage these days because it just has less competition because they're harder to find. When you buy something that is contemporary and it's mass marketed, everybody else is going to buy it. But if you can find vintage, I caught on to this probably 5 years into selling vintage. I do much better with vintage than I do with current brands. All right, let's reach in and get her. She is a dancing figurine. Gently. We're going to put her right on the table, and we're going to get her bow. She has blue hair. She's a woman before her time. Look at that. And let's see what color hair he has. I think also blue. They shared the same box of color hair dye. All right, here he is. Just lovely. Look how beautiful these are. I'm not really even into this kind of stuff, but oh my word, does it get any fancier than that? I love those. So that was 1 item. I'm going to actually click into it so I can say what these sold for. All right, so $45 for the dancing couple. The next one is the cedar jewel keepsake box, sold for $22. I think that one is down here. These are my smaller pieces of wood. I have a whole shelving rack that has the bigger pieces, and then this, the smaller, so they don't get lost in the mix. All right, let's move around a few boxes. It's going to be like Jenga. I do sell a lot of wood boxes. I always say that, but I do. It's true. I love them and I sell them. All right, let's put that there. And here is the one we're looking. Whoop, let's move the horn out of the way, shall we? Let's see where we can put this horn. I've run out of room. I'm going to put him right there. All right, so he can go there. And here is the box. This has a beautiful decoupaged roses, English roses top. A little bit dusty. I'm going to have to dust that off. And that sold for $22. All right, the third item that's sold in that combined order, vintage crystal silver salt and pepper shaker set. And I see them here. This is all of my glass and crystal on this shelf. Let's reach in and get these. So the tops are sterling silver. They're marked. So when you unscrew the top and you look inside, sterling silver 99% of the time will be marked. So there they are there. Lovely condition. And even the shaker itself is beautiful crystal. Really lovely. And like I said, those went for $49. So we're going to put that combined sale together. So 1 buyer bought all 3. Moving right along, hope I'm not going too fast. I'm hoping to have a little bit of downtime tonight. The gold unicorn accent lamp, and I changed out the shade. It had a white shade with it. It was stained. I put a gray, I see it there, herringbone shade. I think it's much nicer, nice and clean. It sold for $30. Well, $29.99. Let's pull this little bench to the side and put our vases here. Hopefully that'll stay. And let's pull this guy forward. I really like this lamp. When I brought this home, I put it upstairs on a bookcase just to see if I wanted a gold unicorn lamp. And even though it did look lovely, I decided that gold unicorns really don't go with my decor, but nonetheless, there it is, and it sold for $29.99. Next piece up, a vintage green onyx trinket jewelry box, $59.50. That is going to be over here. A lot of my stone pieces wind up on this shelf here. Okay, we're going to put that there very carefully. Will that stay? There we go. Here is the box here. Very heavy. When you go to lift this, you're very surprised how much this weighs. Beautiful. Look at the velvet. I always talk about the quality of felt and the quality of velvet. This is stunning. Very clean. In gorgeous shape. $59.50. Next on the list is the vintage Burwood mushroom clock plaque. All those things. And a lot of times I put my platters and trays up here because they're larger. And I also will put plaques, wall plaques, the plastic retro vintage ones. I believe what I'm looking for is right here. And I did test this. The clock does work. Let's bring that down. I just got this. I got this about maybe a week ago. And I have been good about getting things listed. And there it is there, and that sold for $28. It did have a little light scratching on the clear dome, so I did put that in the listing, or else that probably would have brought a little bit higher, maybe 33 to 35, but very happy with the 28. Since we're looking at the next listing, I know where these are. These are the Allbirds women's sneakers, and they sold for $29.99. They are the gray wool ones. And if these would have fit me, I might have kept these. All right, so my women's flats Oxfords are here. I remember putting them here, even though these are really sneakers. They should have been on the sneaker rack. See, I'm not all that organized. Should have been on that rack right there. But they could be considered a shoe, so that's what that's about. Let's bring those into the light. You know, this is not to toot my own horn, but I'm very grateful that I am an organized person. It just comes naturally. I have to be organized. But in this business, I don't know how people do it. I don't know how resellers do it that bring all of this home and are not organized. That would stress me out so bad. So I'm very grateful that my parents made an organized child. All of my siblings were organized too. I mean, some of my sisters, you go to their house, down a rabbit hole we go. And like my oldest sister, she is so organized. She doesn't bring anything extra into the house. I think I would consider her a minimalist. I mean, she has everything she needs in life. She has kitchen tools and all of that kind of stuff. But we don't collect. I'm trying to think. I have 3 sisters and a brother. None of us collect anything. We enjoy art. All of us do. We enjoy going to art museums, but there's nothing that we really have collections of. I don't think any one of us. So my oldest sister is really the like matriarch sister. She's just wonderful. And then my brother comes. He is a carpenter. He's out in California. I miss him very much. And then I'm in the next birth order. I'm right in the middle child. And then my sister after me is an airline stewardess for a private chartered jet. So she gets to fly presidents around and serve them on planes. Very interesting job. And she can't talk about any of it. And then my youngest sister is born on my birthday. So that is very special. All right. I don't know why I told you all that. It's Sunday. I've had a good meal. I'm enjoying time together. But I always like to share things with you guys. All right, let's keep going. Let's see what else we have. 2 vases, number 31, and the other one I did not label. Probably it was in a different pickup, but I think those are both right here. So this should be number 31, I believe, or is this? Let me see. I think I got that backwards. Yeah, here is number 31, and then this one, which reminds me of Moroccan tile, just the way that's painted. Beautiful, drip glaze. Those 2 sold to the same buyer, and $53 for the 2. All right, now we're going to work our way back up the list and we're going to grab some clothing. The first item, bedhead pajamas, $64.99 for pre-owned pajamas. You gotta love that. And I believe they have crowns on them. So this is all of my clothing. Somebody recently left a comment in one of the videos that they thought I got rid of all of this. I guess they didn't see it. And I'm like, no, it's all still here. We're just not pulling it during that time of pulling shipping. So it was funny. I'm like, wow, why do they think I don't have all of this? It'd be very hard to get rid of. All right, pajamas. Where sleepwear is down here. We're just going to pop that out. See how our sleepwear, oh, look how beautifully neat. Look at that. So here are the pajamas. Here we are ready to go for the winter. I love when my bins are filled. Bedhead. Bedhead is a wonderful brand. Gorgeous flannel. I almost kept these. I know. I would keep clothing, I would say. I don't keep a lot of the hard goods, but I would keep clothing if it worked for me. These were a little bit big, size large, and they had crowns on them. All right, going back up, Odile Anthropologie, Odile Anthropologie. It's a black maxi peasant skirt, and it has a drawstring waist, $18. So that's either going to be on the rack. You know what? Let's go into it and take a look at it. Go back. Let's see what skirt this is. I feel like I haven't folded this yet. Once again, I'm behind in folding. We're going to look. Okay, so this is basically jackets, sweaters, and tops. I do have a few pairs of shorts and things like that. This is men's, and it's the heavier flannels and things that take up a lot of room in the bins. This is winter coats. I'm going to swing this way. And now if I look for a skirt on these racks, I just have to look for a skirt hanger. So this is pants. Yep, it's probably folded because right away I think I would see it, even though it's dark down here. All right, and on the other side, quite a few handmade dresses, Mennonite, Amish, things like that, which the Amish dresses have been doing well. All right, let's go over to skirts. I think I said it was a small, dark solids. I'm going to pull that bin. All right, I just popped the lid, and my skirts, my dark colored small skirts. This is a surprise to me. Now, you're probably like, it's your basement. Why would I be surprised? To keep track of all of this is quite the task, and sometimes I run low on items. But this system tells me next time I go out thrifting to take a look through the small dark colored skirts because they're selling. Yeah, so that's always great. Okay, here it is. Here, Odile skirt, eyelet lace, size small. Let's bring that over to the table. $18. Now, for those of you asking, I am doing more hard goods lately than I have been doing clothing, only because hard goods are easier to list for me. Like, say I bring home Campere lamps, these lamps I got. I do clean them, but then you go and I test them. You go right into listing them. There's no laundering or sewing on a button or any of that. But it's more work in the shipping. So hard goods, if you're going to choose a category to sell and you only want to sell in one or two categories on eBay, or you're just getting your feet wet, just know that to sell hard goods is a lot more work at the end, getting all of the boxes and the packing material. Take a look at the packing material, and I'm low on bubble wrap. I only have 1 or 2 rolls left. But see that? I'm buying these packing peanuts. I think these are 14 cubic feet. And I buy 6 of them at a time. So hard goods, a lot more work when you have to ship out, but easier to bring home and get listed, where clothing is a lot more work in the beginning. But then to ship it out, all I have to do is pop this in a mailer and away it goes. So there's that. But lately I've been doing more hard goods for those of you asking. All right, let's go back to our clothing. Okay, this next item, so for $24.50, Harley-Davidson Valley Forge long sleeve t-shirt. So that is going to be men's t-shirts. Let's cover this one up with a skirt. Men's t-shirts, graphic darks. I'm going to pull that bin. Okay, here's the extra large t-shirt, long sleeves. That goes on the pile. And I think I said that sold for $24.50. Moving right along. This is going well. Let's see what else we're looking for. A Brooks woman's long sleeve top, Run Happy, is written on the front. And we have to go into it to see what size I put on this. It's a large. So women's large shirts are going to be in here. Let's get the pajama bin out of the way. Now just know, guys, when I do this every day and I'm not filming, it goes much quicker for me. So there is just that. All right, large, and it's a gray. So medium, large prints, large solids. I would consider that a solid, even though it has words written on it. Let's see if I can just grab this one. I'm gonna pop it right here. Oh, right on top. I always feel like I won a prize. I always say that. When you find something in all of this, you know, and you find it right away, it's like, oh, I feel like I won a prize. All right, so this is a running shirt. Brooks is an athletic brand, and they sell sneakers that I do fairly well with. Okay, so that is $23 for that long sleeve shirt. Now we have Ecote. I don't even know how to say that. E-C-O-T-E. Ecote. I don't know. $14.99. It is a sleeveless top in extra small. So we are going to pull that. And our extra small tops are right here. So I'm going to pull that bin down. Here are the extra small tops. And I should be able to recognize this because it's got a print to it that's memorable when you look at the picture. I think this is it. Yep. Extra small blouse. So we'll bring that over to the table. And I think I said this sold for $14.99, right? Where are we? My phone moved. Let's go back up this way. Yes, $14.99. All right, one more thing I think we're going to pull together. And then I'm going to go upstairs and watch Survivor with Roger. And I baked a cake. So tonight I made a really nice dinner. We had an herb roasted roast beef in the oven. Homemade mashed potatoes. Roger peeled the potatoes and we made the potatoes together. We made enough potatoes for 20 people. And we had buttered peas. And then tonight we are having a chocolate cake, like a chocolate fudge cake with a whipped vanilla icing. You can be sure we're hitting the gym this week. All right, so we are looking for Kalia. This is Carrie Underwood's tank top, $15, size medium. That's going to be in activewear. So right here, activewear tops and jackets. I'm going to pull that bin. So those are the items that we're pulling. I think we pulled about 20. I'm going to bring all of these upstairs. Hit that like and subscribe button. And as always, go out and get what's yours.